guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I came down to the Dollarama to pick up a few things and see if there's anything new. So come along and let's see. Alright. See the prices? It's kind of a bit crazy what the prices are at. Okay, so these are the garbage bags that I like to get. The shelves are nice and stocked here. This is a great deal, eh? $1.25 for 10 of these sponges with the abrasive on it. You can save so much money at the dollar stores just by getting the things that you're going to use anyway for way less money. So let's see. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys something. If any of you guys are getting into preserving or canning, even dehydrating, and you want jars for canning. Oh, maybe they don't have them now. Isn't that something? They must have moved them. Hang on, I'll find them. But look at the prices. Right? It's kind of crazy. And yet you can get Murphy's oil for $2.50. It looks really watered down now. You know, I find that when I buy the products from here, the cleaning products in the past, they seem like they're really watered down. And I find it interesting because most cleaning products don't have like a separate container on them or a seal on them. Okay, so here's the canning jars, okay? They don't seem to have much in right now. But, okay, so this is a 3-pack of pints, and I use these to can all the time. As long as it says it's a mason jar, you're good to go. So it's 3 jars for $3.50, so it's like $1.15 a jar. And then they have different sizes. So if you're making like creams or tinctures or anything like that, like how much are these ones? The pricing is not very clear today. I think they just moved this whole section, and that's why the prices are kind of off. But you can get these little jars. These are good for doing creams and salves and tinctures, and even putting your dehydrated herbs into. And then they have little tiny ones. This is the size that I use for my yarrow powder. So the stop bleed, but normally they have quarts and everything, so I'm thinking that they're just moving this section. And but it's a great place to save money when you just want to try starting and you only need a few jars. Oh, here, these are $2.50, right? That's not bad for 3 little jars. I think that's pretty good, but the rest of them don't seem to have prices. Anyways, I like to get a lot of that from here. Tomato paste for Primo is $1. That's pretty good. I have tried this chili sauce and I really like it. It's a good one. Look at this. It's one of these fabric dish dryers, but it's got a rack built right into it. That's pretty cool. How much is that? $5. That's actually pretty cool. And if you already buy Manwich, it's here for $2. That's quite the savings. $1.50 for Clark's beans. $2.50 for a can of chili. They got some good prices here. And look, you can get the Knorr soup mixes for $2. They have the cream of leek, cream of broccoli, onion, and vegetable. So that's super easy. And you know, with these things you can add whatever you want. You know, like I like to take these camping, and then I just take, like if I'm taking this one, I would take a bunch of cheese and broccoli to throw in there, right? And you can make French onion soup really easy with these packs. You just need the breadcrumbs and cheese on top, and I would add a whole whack of onions to it as well, just to kind of kick it up. What else? These crackers, I have tried them. My son really likes them. I think they're like $1.25 a box. They've got the Premium Plus here for $2.50. Cheez-Its. seaweed snacks. I really like those too. Everything you need for your animals, from puppy pads to poop bags to, they have the freeze-dried treats for dogs and for cats. So it's really nice. They have a nice selection. And again, if you're going to be buying it anyways, you may as well save money, right? $2.25 for a bag of sour cream and onion chips. They always have a nice selection of the junk food, I'm going to call it, you know? So you can get the Lay's stacks for like $2. Who doesn't love these, right? And they're $2.50. A bag of Spits, perfect for camping. They got all sorts of freeze-dried fruits here. I buy these quite a bit. They have a nice selection of nuts. They even have chia seeds. They used to carry flaxseed, but I guess they don't have it anymore, or they don't have it right now anyways. But look at this, you guys. If you're going to the movies with a bunch of kids, stop here first. Fill up your pockets instead of spending all that money at the theater. Or whether you're going to a park, or you want to do birthday party grab bags, or whatever, man. You're gonna get the exact same thing, but you're gonna save a bunch of money. Like, look at this, the coconut bars. I mean, there's a lot in there. It doesn't say how many, but it's a whole bag of chocolate bars for $2. Anyways, okay. Oh, and they have all sorts of this stuff, right? They have all sorts of cakes and biscuits and cookies, and look at all the cookies. Okay, if you guys buy these, they're on here for only $2.50. You can really save some money, you guys. Even Tylenol. So it's $4.75 a box. I don't know what it is at the grocery store. I don't use that kind of stuff. They have all sorts of nacho stuff and lots of candles. I always love the candle section, but that's not what I'm here for today. Look at the house. Okay, let me back up. Look at the crafts for kids. Again, this is great for sleepover parties or camping trips or whatever, right? To keep them busy, letting them use their mind. There's a paint by number. How much is that? $4, right? All this stuff keeps your children busy in a beneficial way, and gets them away from the computer a little bit. And then housewares. What's this? It's a color changing moonlight. Oh, they're going above $5. $5.15 now. You could really decorate a small room or any room really easily here. And they even have backsplash that you can buy for, you know, kicking up your kitchen a little bit. All sorts of stuff, right? Light shades. That's kind of neat. It's the pleated ones. And then again, back to all your crafting stuff. I mean, you can get a little mini glue gun and the sticks. A little X-Acto cutting knife. Different kind of, and these are acrylic paints, right? They've got the pastels for only $3 a box. Acrylic paints, $3 a box. This is an acrylic tube set, 24 colors for $4.75. Oh, they even have a tie-dye kit for tie-dyeing clothes. That's really cool. A lot of really neat stuff. Nice paint brushes. You can get the big bottles of tempera. Again, I mean, you can get paper and just let kids be crafty. What are these? Water-based markers. They kind of look fancy. I guess it's the box. And even for beginners, for little children, that's really nice too. I started my son painting and crafting and stuff really early. There's a thing in Canada anyways, hang on. There's a thing at Home Depot where I believe it's once a month. You can bring your kids in and they'll get a little apron that says Home Depot, and they'll get a little workstation, and then they'll get like a wood building kit that they have to put together with little hammers and nails, and It's so much fun. It's totally free. So if you guys have that available to you, I consider checking it out, especially if you have like a friend stay over. This is mostly with boys, but I mean, whatever. Say you have a friend sleepover and you want to do something exciting, plan the sleepover for the night before the Home Depot thing is, and then you can go do that and create wonderful memories. And yeah, I love it. Okay, here we go. And you know me, I love free. Anything free. Okay, so more pet stuff. I really like that. That's kind of like, reminds me of a bath mat. Oh look, you can even get a beta aquarium for $5. That's new. And then they got all the hygiene products again. Ladies, if you're already buying these at the big box stores, just save yourself some money. You know, you got all sorts of Old Spice. They have a nice selection of Old Spice products. That's good. Lots of Epsom salts. I love these Epsom salts. And I use the plain ones, the unscented ones. I use those in my garden, right? You want to make sure not to use the scented ones when it comes to your plants and stuff. That looks nice. Alpine and oak, and it's $5. Huh, interesting. I'll have to read that when I have more time. But look at all this stuff, you guys. Save money. And that goes again with dental products, shaving stuff, deodorants. Like, so it's $4.50 for Old Spice, $3.75 for Speed Stick. You know, all these products we buy at the big box store for full price. Even the toothpaste, you know, they have a good selection of the stuff that people might want to be using. Same with toothbrushes. They even have the charcoal toothbrushes with the bamboo handles. They have the charcoal flossers, $1.75. Like, what do we pay for this stuff, right? And I know a lot of people don't like that the products are from, you know, other countries when we should be supporting our own countries, but when it's already the same stuff that we're purchasing, even the same brands, like their Band-Aids, these ones, the Medicares, so it's $1.25 a box, and they're really good Band-Aids. And these big ones, $1.25 a box. This is great for stocking up your emergency kit and whatnot. Look, gauze, $1.25. Bandaging, all sorts, insect repellents, first aid kit, all sorts of really, really good stuff that will save you money. And that way you have it on your shelf. And if you don't need it, stuff doesn't go bad. You know, Band-Aids and stuff. You'll always end up using it up eventually, right? So, hang on here. And then over here, they have some, looks like underwears and boxers and slippers and socks. You know, some really decent products too. I actually have bought, look at this. I don't snore, I dream of a motorcycle. I know so many people. $3, that would be a great gift. And lots of hair products in here. Now I came in here for a couple things. I used to buy these hair ties because they wouldn't pull my hair when I was taking them out, but they're hard to find now. So now we're getting into the kind of gardeny barbecue summer stuff. Look at that, a little condiment set for $5. It's in a picnic table, for Pete's sakes. Comes with the salt, pepper, ketchup, and mustard containers, and they all sit in the little. Isn't that cute? And solo cups, all the good stuff that we need. See, all the stuff we buy, but we pay way more. Now, gardening at these places, they have a nice amount. So there's like a starter kit for when you're doing seeds. And they have like trays for doing seeds. They have the ones with the little covers on them, little greenhouses. All sorts of really cool stuff and really nice decor for the garden. Little things that you can pick up. You can get yourself a knee pad for kneeling on for only $2 for while you're weeding. Kind of plant foods and it's good brands. It's not brands that we wouldn't buy anyway. There's a nice garden bag. All the pockets for your stuff. I really like this sprayer. $4. Oh, $4.75. But that's really nice for doing seedlings again, or if you want to treat your plants. Very, very good. And then, yeah, here, look at all this stuff. They have everything that you need for tying up your tomatoes. There's garden wire, hook and loop supports, so Velcro, all sorts of stuff. Little containers to put your seeds in. This is the one I have. It's $4.50. And here's their seeds, you guys. So 3 for $1. They have tomato, parsley, lettuce. Let's see what else they got in here. Sweet basil. I thought I saw radishes, more parsley. And remembering it is the end of the year, so they're only going to have so much left. There's cauliflower. What else we got back here? Carrots. Yellow beans. What else they got? Lots of parsley. Lettuce. Yeah, but 3 for $1, right? And they're really good seeds. I have a really good succession when I plant them. Most of them come up. I very rarely don't get one. And then they have all sorts of, I like these. So those are pruners that clip right to yourself. I really like that. I am always losing my pruners. Let's take a better look at that. I think I like these. I'm gonna get that. Look, I can snap it to myself. Isn't that what that's for? Wait, let me see. It's hard to do with one hand. Yes, it is. So I think I'm gonna get that, and then I can just hook it onto my jeans or my pants or a belt. Haha, look at the little froggies. Oh, they're so cute. Adorable. Let's see, how much are you? How much are you, little froggies? $3.75. And you know, if you know any ladies that are having their birthday or whatever and they're gardeners, you can pick up a lot of these wonderful, wonderful gadgets that they would love to have. You know, I don't know why there's a fire starter here, but everybody should have and learn how to use these. It's only $3.50. Here's a nice little shovel for the depth. It has a depth right on it, and it's a good quality. It's not tin, it's like metal. They got weed control fabric. Let's check this out. So $3.50 for how much? There you go. I can't read through the phone, but hopefully you guys can see that. If I would stay still, right? It's a lot of fabric. That's a big roll. And then down to the bird feeders. I personally wouldn't buy pre-made food because they put food coloring in it, and it's really not good for hummingbirds. You can get the bird feeders that go on your window. That's really cool for kids. That's $4. All sorts of hummingbird feeders. Not sure what's up with the crows. Maybe they keep things out of your garden? I don't know, but I don't know. It's not my favorite. They got little lights, sensor lights that come on at night. $5, right? Oh, look at the frog. He would be cute. And the little car with the headlights. Like, you guys, it's amazing. Little angels. That's beautiful. Let's see how much these are. $5 again, eh? So, and then we have all sorts of stuff for protecting your plants during the winter months that you can pick up now while they're still available. for gathering leaves, the big reusable leaf bags. This is really a handy item to have. Netting for growing your peas and different flowers. All sorts of wonderful, wonderful things for the garden. I really like that owl. Isn't that pretty? And blue is my favorite color. Huh. Oh, but I like the humming. See what I mean? There's so much. Here's a retractable hanger for watering your plants so you can lower it down and then put it back up. And that's $2.50. That's pretty good. Yep, they have lots of stuff. This is called floor tile. It's interlocking to make it look like but it's plastic. I don't think I'd really go for that. This is not bad. This is wood. These are interlocking too. I can't imagine. They're $5 each. But I mean, you could get a few for a doorway or something. That type of a mat would probably last longer. And then they have all sorts of trellises and oh, look at all this stuff, you guys. Yeah, get out to your local dollar stores and just check it out. Here's some garden netting. This is really nice. I think I'm going to get that. $2.50. So what? It stretches out. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to pass. I thought it was something else. So, but yeah, there's so much to look at. And you can get a butterfly or a fishing net. I'm not sure which one that's for. And then all sorts of sticks and poles. Like that one's $2.50. The fiberglass ones are $4, but they will literally last you for forever. They have the magnetic door things, you know, as seen on TV, right? They're $4.75 or $4.50. Oops, and then I missed all this stuff. This is all like painting supplies if you're doing any renovations or, you know, decor changes. They have everything, rollers and paint trays and brushes and drop sheets and everything you need for doing it. Look at that, $5 for that nice kit. And then they have tarps. Now, I'm not really sure. It says industrial cotton swabs, $325 for $5. I don't know what you'd use those for. Maybe for cleaning cars. Oh yeah, it's with the car stuff. Huh, interesting. Yeah, and all sorts of deodorizers. Okay, so here is what I came for. You can get the suets here for birds for $1.75. I tell you right now, I make them for my chickens, and it costs way more than that to make them. So I'm going to get a bag of, so these are, wait, I'm going to get a big bag of black sunflower seeds. And they're $4.50, so I get 1.3 kilograms. And then I'm going to get a bag of wild bird food. And again, this is 2.75 kilograms for $4.50. So I'm just saving money all over the place. Because if I went to an actual, like a, I don't know, like an outdoor store or whatever to buy this stuff, I'd be paying way more. Here's a window screen, so you can put the screen on your windows. I've not seen those before. That's pretty cool to keep the stuff out. And then they got like bike stuff, you guys, bike parts and wasp traps, like fishing tackle boxes, all sorts of tackle. Look it, you guys, saving money, I tell you. You know how much this stuff costs at like Cabela's and stuff, or even a tackle store? Look at that. Save yourself some money. And yeah, they got the fly ribbons, the little fruit fly traps, wasp traps, mosquito coils, and then we're getting into the camping stuff. So this is for taking eggs camping. It's a nice little container. Yeah, they got all sorts of stuff for camping here, right down to the mats you might want to lay on. And I think these are little chairs. What does it say? It's a children's camping chair. That's pretty good for $5. But they have all sorts of stuff. Even if you're just going to the park for a day out, right? To have a barbecue or something at a local park. You have everything you need. And then on this side, they have sun hats and sandals. All sorts of water shoes for the kids and for the adults. All sorts of sun hats. Look at some of these water shoes. So $5, man. Isn't that way better? Like $5. You know, I don't think we can find that price anywhere else on much of this stuff. And, you know, especially when it comes to kids, they grow so fast. So it's $4.50 for this. These are cute. See? For the day at the beach. Like, yeah. Save yourself some money. And then for the kids to play in the summer months. Look at all this stuff. Right? Oh, look, they even have patio furniture covers. Huh. Party ice cube trays. Make them all sorts of shapes. But lots of bubbles. You know I love my bubbles. But yeah, all sorts of different inflatable things. Little pools and sand toys. All sorts of fancy summertime plastic dishes and cups and platters. They even have these. How much are these? So $4, and it's 27 by 72. It's one of these bamboo things. You know, you can hang these up really nicely for privacy if you live close to your neighbors or whatever. They hang really nice, and then you just strap them to your railing or something so that they don't flop around. All sorts of different little lights you can get. All sorts of LED stuff, again, for your yard. These ones that stick, like, they're $4.40. That's not a bad price for a really nice one. And you know, I've bought these ones, which are their cheaper varieties, and I've had mine for years and years, so they last really nice. And again, they're way cheaper. Oh, those are cute. Right? Ha 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 ha. I get. Ha 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 ha. I got some cute stuff in here, you guys. Oh, more bubbles. And then all sorts of water toys and just toys for the kids for summer. Kites and... yeah, man, like, look at that. Who doesn't want to get that and fly it around? They got a kids' bocce ball set. All sorts of neat stuff. Look at the big badminton sets. Oh, these are cute. Hey. Oh, it comes with a birdie. And they can't knock each other out when they get mad at each other, which is handy. Because the wood ones that I grew up with, my God, you could do damage. And I guess this is all leftover Canada Day celebration stuff. You can even get yourself a little beach towel for $5. That feels pretty good. Lots of eyeglasses for reading. Again, save yourself some money. It's the same thing. They break just as easy as the expensive ones. More sand toys. And then, as always, the electronics. All sorts of cords and stuff. I tell you, I don't know what. I need to get a new phone. I keep thinking it's the cord, or it's this, or it's that, and I keep clearing my cache. Look at little Disney phone stand. That's cute. Lots of earbuds. Yeah, I'm gonna get a new phone. I gotta get a new phone. It's just old and tired. And then what do we got here? Oh, little 3D wood puzzles. Building stuff. That's pretty cute. I guess that's for like the older kids and older crafts. And now, I'm telling you, if you guys are journaling, if you're writing down the medicinals you're learning about or anything like that, and you need little books or pens or markers, or if you want to sketch. They even have really good sketchbooks here for really, really cheap. But all your stationery stuff, you know, it's so much cheaper. It's so much cheaper to buy them at the dollar store. And like I said, they're the exact same products that we buy at the big box stores. Some more kind of kid stuff here, Disney toys and whatnot. Some styrofoam swords and Nerf guns. And more stationery, like $1.25 for a roll of tape. Why wouldn't you do that? You know, I think they charge like $4 or $5 at the grocery stores or at the big box stores. And then this is all just party supplies, right? Here's some stuff for party favor bags and the fancy candles with the numbers and stuff on them. And balloons, like, look at that, $1.50 for 20 balloons in any color that you can imagine. And these are for weighing down the helium balloons and all sorts of pretty boxes and party hats. And look at, oh, this is for weddings decor or just party decor. All sorts of happy birthday things. Look at this, a spin credible candle. Wow, so that's something. $2.50. You can get a spin credible candle that spins around and probably sings happy birthday. And then look at all these Sudoku books, crossword, word hunt. Again, way cheaper. If you're into doing those, save yourself some money. A lot of really, really good books for kids, for learning their skills, like math and stuff. Yet there's a lot of fun stuff. There's gaming books and Pokemon books and all sorts of wonderful, wonderful books for kids. And sports and crafts. Look at that. That's really neat. Hey, for the adult coloring books. That's really nice. They have a nice selection. And then back to the party supply stuff. Oops, sorry. Plastic cutlery for parties, right? You can save so much money, and then you can get all the matching plates to the napkins, to the cups, to the all of that stuff. And then look at this beautiful, it's got a 3D. Oh no, I thought it was a 3D bag, but look at this with a pretty butterfly. I don't know how much the bags are. I'm thinking they're like $1 or something, right? Or whatever. And napkins galore. Some pretty ones, the Renova. Fancy. And then your Royal China plates. I mean, what is it? It's 10 dinner plates for $2.75. That's way cheaper. This is really cool. It's for making like a veggies and dip plate. So, and it looks, oh, it's 4 of them. You get 4 of them. That's, maybe they have lids. No, you get 4 trays. That's pretty cool. That would do a party, right? So, yeah, I got a few things today, and I think that's it. I wanted to look at these. These are yoga mats. This is a really thick yoga mat. Exercise Max. Does it say how much it is? No. Maybe these ones are getting hidden. Okay, what about these? These yoga mats are $5. So I'm assuming those other ones, they don't really have anything over $5 in the store, so I'm assuming that this is $5, and it has a really, really nice texture to it. Like, this is nice. This would be better, this would be better for camping than the camping mats because it's so thick. And then your birthday cards, they're, you know, $1 instead of whatever they have them at the grocery store for. $6, $7 I paid for a card. And look at Lego. little Lego kits for $5. That's pretty cool too. Great for birthdays, and they've got the citronella wristbands here for kids for $4.25, and it comes with 3 of the little things that you put in there. All right, well, I think that's it for me. I got the things I came for. I hope you guys enjoyed the little walk through the Dollarama. It was, they do have some new products out, I guess, for the summer months and whatnot. Don't forget to check out their gardening department because it is amazing and you can save a ton of money. And that's it. Thank you so much for coming by my channel. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.